Hello, Stampin' for Fun friends. Thank you for joining me. Happy Tuesday. It's getting cold outside again. It was like all rainy. And so I know last week when I was doing my video, I had like a summer top on. Now I'm back to sweaters. So I don't know how it is where you are, but wherever you are, whatever the weather is, I am so glad that you're joining me today. It's Tuesday, June the 13th, and my name is Genevieve Coe. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada, and I am so excited to share stamping with you and all the happy things that go on in my Stampin' for Fun business. So each week on Tuesday mornings around 9 a.m. Eastern, I hop on, I share what's going on, I give you reminders of all the ways that you can connect with me, with Stampin' Up!, with my classes, any specials that are going on, and then we always craft and create something. So if you have supplies at home, go ahead and use what you have to craft along with me. If you don't, watch and enjoy. Anything I use, you can purchase through me. Just use the links in the description and it'll take you to my online store. Or if you want to check out my blog and see what else I create, you can always go there for more inspiration. But welcome, welcome. Tell me in the comments where you're from, what you've been up to. Things for me have been happily busy as usual. There's lots of things going on. This past weekend, we actually had another meeting to prepare for our service trip up to Thunder Bay. So things are getting really close. We are leaving in July. So yeah, the weeks are ticking down. We kind of have an idea of what sort of things we'll be doing up there. We know we're running a summer camp for primarily Indigenous children. And so just getting a sense of what we need to do to prepare. It's exciting, but like, woo, a lot to think about at the same time. But I'm excited that I can go with some people from my church and serve. And so thank you to those of you, again, who helped out with my fundraiser a couple weeks ago. I can't remember if I mentioned last week, but we raised over $660. So thank you so much. It is so great to craft with you for a cause. Okay, things you need to know. Just a reminder, we are now in the middle of June. So that means the amazing starter kit deal is almost gone. So if you haven't taken advantage of the amazing starter kit special, you get to choose $206 worth of product. You pay only $135, no shipping, and in most provinces, no tax as well. So this is the time, my friends. If you've been eyeing the full-size cut and emboss machine and you haven't figured out how to get it at a discount, this is the way to do it, is to take advantage of the starter kit. And you know what? The deal doesn't end with getting a discount on your product. But the thing is, you can choose this, but you can choose whatever you want. The kit is completely customizable. So if you've been eyeing some of the products I've been using, if your budget is a little limited, then the starter kit is the best option for you. First of all, because it's the best deal. But second of all, future purchases that you make as a demonstrator, you get 20% off your own purchases. Or if you choose, you can sell the product to your friends and family, do little gatherings if you want. I am here to support you if you want. It's not an obligation at all, but you can if you want. And that's a way that you can earn a little bit to offset some of the wonderful, happy things you want to purchase. And it's a great way to connect with friends and other people who enjoy crafting together. So you don't want to miss that special because it ends the end of June. The link to join my amazing Team Stick Stampers is in the description. I know I often have Team Stick Stampers watching, so it would be awesome if you could join our community. We've got creative challenges, we've got monthly stamping get-togethers, we've got free tutorials, just because I really feel like I want to continue to inspire you. So that's a great option, and this deal ends the end of June, so you don't want to miss taking advantage. Okay, so that deal, and then as well this month there is a designer series paper special. So there are certain select designer series papers on special. You can view them all just by going to my website. The link is in the description, or of course you can go to the Linktree link, which is all my important links, and you'll be able to find a link to my online store. Just go to specials and you'll see that the designer series papers are on special. So why don't I show off my tabletop here, and then you can see. So I brought some samples to show you how the designer series paper can really add wow and pizzazz to your card. So believe it or not, you can see there's designer series paper here. This is the Irresistible Blooms designer series paper, I think is what it's called. Let me grab it. I've got some here. I've used a lot of it, so a lot of it's gone. But you can see how in this paper, there's like flowers you can cut out. There's some beautiful, soft, gorgeous colors here. This is beautiful, beautiful paper. If you haven't nabbed it yet, now is a perfect time because it's on special. And so you can see on this card sample, thank you from Margaret, who gave me this swap card. She used this beautiful designer series paper to really make the card a little bit extra special. Thank you, Margaret, for your card. And I think normally it's about $16. Right now it's on special 15% off. I want to say it's like $14.55 or something like that. So you can enjoy that. Here's another. Since Father's Day is coming up this weekend, I thought I'd share this inspiration. Thank you to Susie Wood, who shared this card with us. Okay, and she's using this designer series paper here, which I have. Let's see. I have it here. It's called the Let's Go Fishing, but it's not just fishing designs on there, because the other side is a little bit more neutral, geometric, but great for masculine cards. So this paper is also on special at 15% off. So if you haven't placed your order yet to get your discount on your designer series paper, what are you waiting for? And then here's another using the Bright and Beautiful designer series paper, Sweet and Simple card, which I love. You can never go wrong just showcasing just some designer series paper and some stamping. So thank you from Melva, who created this card for us. Thank you, Melva. Okay, so that is the Stampin' Up! Specials for the month. But of course, it's time to register for my July classes. So things to know for me in July. We've got a virtual bingo. So anyone across Canada can join. It's actually, maybe I shouldn't call it bingo, but that's what I call it, because it's actually a special stamping class. So what you're doing is you're paying a registration fee for this special stamping class. You'll get to make 3 cards, because I do cut card packets for you, just like I do with my bits in the envelope. And you can either pick it up or request shipping. And then you'll craft along with me on the cards, and we'll have prizes to give away. It's actually, I've decided it's going to be gift certificates. So the prize is whatever you choose. You just use your gift certificate. If you win the gift certificate, you can shop for whatever you want. And we play a few rounds of bingo just for fun. So I would love to have you join in for that. Anyone across Canada can join. It's a wonderful family-friendly activity. If you've got little ones in your home, you can order the kit and you can stamp together and you can play along and join us. So please register for that. The link, you can just head to my Linktree/Stampin' for Fun, or the link is in the description of the video. And then as well, I've decided to do a customer appreciation event. I typically do some kind of appreciation event in the summer. So this one will be in person, but if you are long distance, you can still request the card packets that we're going to do at the in-person event. And I'll be having a buy one, get one sale. So you're going to want to register for that. It is on Saturday, July the 22nd. So it's the day right after the Stampin' Bingo. So if you want to make a weekend of happy stamping, you should sign up for the bingo and then come out to my appreciation event. But you must register so I know how to prepare. Okay, so those are the two key things. And of course, I'm continuing with my Lunch, Laugh, and Craft in July. The only hitch is because I'll be on my service trip in the second week of July. It will be the third week of July. Will be Lunch, Laugh, and Craft in July. Okay, so it's a perfect time to come out, craft, bring a friend, enjoy some chicken lunch at Swiss Chalet. Time to register for that. The earlier, the better, as it helps me to prepare and helps prevent any difficulty with you getting your supplies. Okay, so that is the news. Let's get on to some crafting. I will share my tabletop again. Okay, so last week, I announced our product of the month. So if you're newer to my Tuesday videos, you'll need to know that each month I try to pick a product and showcase it and highlight it all month long. So this month, I'll be showcasing the Nested Essential dies. So I'll give you a little close-up on them. If you've hung around me, you know that I love label dies because the other one that I've been really in love with and keeps selling out, so I think it might be in stock now. It keeps coming and going because it's so popular, are the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, also wonderful label dies. Okay, circles, squares, and banners. So I use these very regularly. I actually consider getting a second set because I have helpers often help me with my packets, and when I have to give them some of my dies, I'm like, I feel a bit naked because I use them so much. And I can tell that these dies are going to be the same. So they're label dies as well in a little bit less traditional shapes. So the circles and squares and banners, we've got them in the Stylish Shapes. We've got another type of banner here that's a little wider in all the different sizes, and a rounded corner rectangle, as well as sort of like a diamond shape. So this gives extra interest to your cards. It just gives more options to you. And I absolutely love the different sizes because it allows you to layer really nicely on your card, which we'll see later this month. But if you joined me last week, you'll see how I actually combined two of the different shapes. I combined the rounded rectangle with the banner to create the layer on this card. This was last week's card, which really showcased a lot of the things in the online exclusives line. So these are items that are not in the catalog, but can be seen online. Of course, anybody can order them. You don't have to shop online to take advantage of ordering them. But just in terms of viewing them, you might not even know they exist if you're someone that only looks at the catalog. So I thought it'd be good to showcase that because we showcased the Queen Bee stamp set, this Gilded Designer Series paper. So it was fun. Okay, so this week, are you curious what we're going to create? It's super simple. It just makes me happy to make this card because you don't need extraterrestrial crafting skills or superhuman crafting skills. It's a sweet and simple card, but I think we should call it sweet and stunning card because it's easy. I think someone was saying that sometimes my little banner hides things, so I'll just go to that banner instead. So just a reminder, those of you who placed a minimum $60 order last month, your card kits for the cards that I'm showcasing this month have already gone in the mail. So watch your mail for some happy mail. And if you want to get the card kits for next month, all you have to do is place an order on my online store, $60 or more, and make sure to use the host code on the screen there. Okay, so why don't we get started? I just used a sheet of bubble bath. Pink is my favorite color. You can already tell I'm wearing pink too. I wear pink a lot. So I'm using the bubble bath cardstock, which is a relatively new color to the Stampin' Up! Color family. and I'll show you. Our cardstock normally comes in an 8.5 by 11 size. We also sell a 12 by 12 size, but this is 8.5 by 11. And all I did was put it in our trimmer and I cut it at 5.5, which is halfway of the 11-inch cardstock. Okay, so that's the simplest way to create a card base. And then I won't do it on this card because I already have one done up, but you just turn it and then you're going to score it in the middle with the light scoring blade. So again, I think many of you already have this paper trimmer. If you don't, it's something you can purchase while taking advantage shopping, and it's fabulous because you've got a cutting and a scoring blade there. So that is how you easily create card bases. I actually recommend you do 2 cards at a time since you're cutting the card base. It just, I don't know, it's just efficient, right? We all love efficiency, especially if you're a busy working woman like myself. So I'm going to score that and fold it in half. Bone folders are great to just kind of burnish that fold a bit and make it a little more crisp. And then I'm going to have a layer of the garden green cardstock. So this is 4 inches by 5.25 inches. Super easy, very, it's a very common way that I will add layers to a card. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to my seal here. So we'll just roll that. Okay, and we'll put that on top. And I got to show off the designer series paper because it's on special this month, 15% off. So the one that I'm using on this card, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And the bubble bath matches, the garden green matches. It's got some other lovely colors. So you can use whichever side you want. I'm choosing to use the floral side because I think it's kind of springy and pretty and everything. But I'll show you which paper pack it comes from. It's one I actually quickly overlooked in the catalog. I didn't see it right away. It's called the Delightfully Eclectic 12 by 12. And you might not realize, but it is a gigantic mega pack of designer series paper. It's beautiful. So many designs, so many colors. We actually used it recently. Jennifer and I used it in our Jen and Jen stamp camp. So, in the optional class, the Just My Type. And so you wouldn't believe how different the cards look depending which designer series paper you use. So we use the daisies. We use these pretty flowers. We use these hearts. So it is on special this month, 15% off. So it's a wonderful find. Okay, so that, let's lay this layer down. So I just wanted to show you where that DSP came from. Now you know. Of course, I have to showcase the paper when it's on sale because I don't want anyone crying that they didn't take advantage of this beautiful paper. Okay, and then, now these pieces are pre-cut, just like those of you who placed an order last month online on my online store using the host code. Everything's pre-cut for you in the envelopes. So see how I'm using the labels. Again, I'm using 2 different labels to layer them. The smallest one of the nested essentials, and then the smallest one of the rounded rectangle. So if you've never seen me use the cut and emboss machine, I'll just quickly show you how it's done, although these are pre-cut, but that's fine. So we actually have 2 different sizes of cut and emboss machine. We have the full-size one, which I think is the most versatile because it will hold all our dies, all our embossing folders. It's great. So, and just for the month of June, you can actually choose this as your item, one of your items to put in your special price starter kit, $206 worth of products that you can get for only $135. So If that's not a temptation to join my team, I don't know what is. But we also have the mini cut and emboss machine, which I'm going to use just to show you. It's exactly the same concept, whether you use the large or the small. But there are cutting pads which come with the machine when you purchase it. Okay. And then you'll put your paper on, and then you'll take your die, and you just have to make sure that the blade of the die, which is here, is face down on the paper, because that's what does the cutting. The blade is going to cut, but you also need to make sure you've got the cutting plates in place, and the pressure of the machine, or I guess when it's going through the rollers, is what pushes the blade onto the paper and cuts it in the shape you want. So we have many different kinds of dies, many different shapes, many different options. Okay, but I love this one. This is our feature product of the month, are these nested essential dies. Don't you love the detail of the piercing along the edges? It just makes it so much sweeter. Okay, so hopefully that shows you how easy it was to kind of create these shapes on our card. This is such a sweet and simple card. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we've got that. And then I am going to stamp. I'm going to use the Irresistible Bloom stamp set. But those of you who have the packet, if you don't have the same cards, stamp set, don't worry one bit. You can choose whatever sentiment you want to put here. So I am going to put the hello. I think that'll be perfect. So we'll just adhere the stamp onto the block. Okay. And then I'm going to use the bubble bath to coordinate. But I think garden green would look nice too. But, you know, I'm a little bit partial to the pink. So you can tell me in the comments, do you want me to use pink? Do you want me to use garden green? Which do you prefer? Okay, but let's see. So did I tell you the measurement of the designer series paper? It's 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So we're really just having it go up down 1/4 inch each time. Okay. And then let's tap on the ink pad. I love it that our ink pads are so nice and juicy, but it just means you have to remember not to push really hard and smoosh it, because our stamps, Stampin' Up! Stamps, are deeply etched. Like, they are high quality stamps. So you don't need to push hard. You just need to get ink on the raised portion. So you just need to tap, because if you push too hard, you're going to get ink all over your block. It's not fun. It just makes a mess, and who wants more mess? And then we'll just straight down and straight up. That's it. Easy peasy. Okay. And so what I'm going to do, I will put this diamond shape down. I think I'm going to use dimensionals just to make it more exciting for us. Oh, these are mini dimensionals. Sometimes I have way too many mini and not enough regular sized, or too much regular size. I mean, honestly. Okay. Everything is mini today. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to pop this up with our dimensionals. And if you're looking to help your order get to above 60, so you can get the free card class in the mail from me when you're shopping online, just add on a package of dimensionals. You can always use more dimensionals. That's always easy. Or I think a wink of Stella would be good too. Okay. And then we're going to use some linen thread. Okay. And so our linen thread comes in a giant spool. So once you purchase that, you'll have lots. It should last you a little while. And I'm just going to create a bow. So what I do is I kind of create these 2 loops, cross them over and through. Okay. And so I'm making my bow pretty big. I don't know if you can kind of see that there, because I'm going to do something that's kind of fun. I'm going to put my bow on the diamond portion here. And I'm just going to, like, almost so that the bow is peeking out underneath my label. Okay, and so I find the easiest way to adhere the bow is to use our mini glue dots. They are like tiny dots of glue. So having the right adhesive is always useful. Okay, and then we'll just pop it on there. Can you see what I did there? Got the linen thread, and then I'm just kind of popping this on here so that the linen thread is peeking underneath and the little tails are there. We'll get our, where's our dimensionals? Hello, dimensionals. Okay, no, we're back to these mini dimensionals. Hang on, we don't want mini dimensionals. I want the full size dimensionals. Do you see them on my table? Oh, is this it? Yes, here they are. Okay. See, that's what I mean. We use dimensionals all the time, so you shouldn't hesitate to add them to an order when you're shopping. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then I think it would be nice to add a little bling bling. We've got this nice texture of the linen thread, but I'm going to put, it fits in the envelope, it might not be, maybe it fell out already. I know they were in here. Oh, yes, they are in the corner here when you get your packages. I'm using these beautiful iridescent pearls, which if you follow me regularly, when I discovered these things, I was giddy with excitement because who doesn't want pearls with a little extra bling? And I'm just going to use my, if you don't have a take your pick tool, please put it on your shopping list because it helps with the fine motor skills there. Okay, perfect. And there is our finished card. So look at both cards, the one I did last week and the one I did this week, both kind of use the same technique of taking different shapes of our nested essential dies and layering them up together. But look at how different the cards are. They're actually very similar, right? So whenever you're confused about what to make, grab a card. Maybe one is portrait, do the other one landscape. If you used these shapes, use different shapes. Can you see? Nobody would know that these two are pretty much the same card. But it's the very similar idea. And see how powerful designer series paper is in making your card, like elevating your card, right? It just adds coordinating color. It adds wow. Okay, so next week you're going to see another project that I'm going to use the nested essential dies for. If you haven't purchased them yet, go ahead and do so. Just click the link on my online store. Just remember to use my host code so that you can get the free class in the mail with your order $60 or more. Of course, if you're having trouble ordering online, you can message me and I am happy to help you. And what else can I tell you? I've told you about that. I've told you, I feel like there's something else, but maybe that's it for today. So thank you so much for joining me. I love to share stamping with you. And today's an exciting day because it's Lunch, Laugh, and Craft today for June. So I'm going to get my Swiss Chalet lunch and I'm going to have a good time with the girls. And we're actually stamping masculine themed cards. So because Father's Day is this weekend. So it will be great to inspire the ladies. It'll be great to connect. And if you missed it this month to join in for Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, make sure to register for next month if you live in the area. If you don't forget to sign up for my virtual bingo so we can still stamp and chat and connect together. Also, I forgot to mention is my new membership. So if you have not looked into my membership, it is a membership designed to help you use your supplies that you purchase to create and learn new things. It's really what it's about, and creating a community of stampers. So make sure you find out about that. I believe there's a description link in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get notified. I think it's a little bell, so you get notified of future videos that I do. So thank you so much for joining me. Have an amazing day, and don't hesitate to reach out. I love to share stamping. Bye for now.